Welcome to Genius Brain Box.
What is a force? Option A. A feeling of effort. Option B. Our ability to move objects. Option C. A push or pull that can change the state of an object. Correct answer is C. Explanation is force is an interaction between objects that can cause them to start moving, stop moving, or change direction. Which of the following actions involves a pulling force? Option A. Pushing a door open. Option B. Sipping juice with a straw. Option C. Digging a hole. Correct answer is B. Explanation is when you sip juice with a straw, you create a vacuum inside the straw, which pulls the juice up. Which of the following is an example of a force acting at a distance? Option A. Kicking a ball. Option B. A magnet attracting a nail. Option C. Squeezing a sponge. Correct answer is B. Explanation is a magnet attracts a nail without any physical contact, demonstrating a force acting at a distance. What is the force that pulls objects towards the earth? Option A. Muscular force. Option B. Gravitational force. Option C. Frictional force. Correct answer is B. Explanation is gravitational force is the universal attraction between objects with mass. When a book sits on a table, what force keeps it from falling? Option A. Muscular force. Option B. Normal force. Option C. Frictional force. Correct answer is B. Explanation is the normal force is the upward force exerted by the table, counteracting the downward pull of gravity. What happens to the motion of a ball rolling on a smooth surface compared to a rough surface? Option A. It rolls farther on the rough surface. Option B. It rolls farther on the smooth surface. Option C. The surface doesn't affect how far it rolls. Correct answer is B. Explanation is friction opposes the motion of the ball. A smooth surface has less friction, allowing the ball to roll farther. Why is it important to separate contact force into normal force and frictional force? Option A. Because they act in different directions. Option B. Because they have different colors. Option C. Because they are exerted by different objects. Correct answer is A. Explanation is normal force acts perpendicular to the surface, while friction acts opposite to the motion. Separating them helps understand their distinct effects. When two forces act on an object in the same direction, the net force is Option A. The difference between the two forces. Option B. The sum of the two forces. Option C. Independent of the direction of the forces. Correct answer is B. Explanation is when forces act in the same direction, their effects add up, resulting in a net force equal to their sum. What happens to the speed of a car when the net force acting on it is opposite to the direction of motion? Option A. The speed remains constant. Option B. The speed increases. Option C. The speed decreases or the car stops. Correct answer is C. Explanation is a net force opposite to the motion slows down the car or brings it to a complete stop. When you stretch a rubber band, what force do you feel on your fingers? Option A. Gravitational force. Option B. Tension force. Option C. Normal force. Correct answer is B. Explanation is tension is the pulling force acting along the length of the stretched rubber band. The unit of force in the C system is option A. Meter per second, ms. Option B. Newton, N. Option C. Joule, J. Correct answer is B. Explanation is Newton, N, is the C unit of force. What happens when a net force acts on an object at rest? Option A. The object remains at rest. Option B. The object accelerates in the direction of the net force. Option C. The object accelerates in the opposite direction of the net force. Correct answer is B. Explanation is a net force causes an object to accelerate in the direction of the force. Which of the following is an example of a temporary change in shape caused by force? Option A. Breaking a glass. Option B. Crushing a can. Option C. Stretching a rubber band. Correct answer is C. Explanation is the rubber band returns to its original shape after the force is removed. What is pressure? Option A. The force applied on an object. Option B. The area over which a force acts. Option C. The force acting per unit area. Correct answer is C. Explanation is pressure is defined as the force acting perpendicularly on a unit area. Why do people wear white shoes to walk on soft sand? Option A. To increase the pressure on the sand. Option B. To decrease the pressure on the sand. Option C. To increase the friction with the sand. Correct answer is B. Explanation is a wider shoe increases the contact area, reducing the pressure on the sand and preventing sinking. What is the net force acting on a freely falling object? Option A. 0. Option B. Equal to the object's weight. Option C. Equal to the object's mass. Correct answer is B. Explanation is The only force acting on a freely falling object is gravity, which is equal to its weight. Which of the following forces is responsible for the tides in the ocean? Option A, gravitational force. Option B, magnetic force. Option C, electrostatic force. Correct answer is A. Explanation is the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun causes the tides. What is the force that opposes the motion of a moving object? Option A, friction. Option B, gravity. Option C, normal force. Correct answer is A. Explanation is friction is the force that resists motion between two surfaces in contact. Book is placed on a table. What is the direction of the normal force exerted by the table on the book? Option A, upward. Option B, downward. Option C, horizontal. Correct answer is A. Explanation is the normal force acts perpendicular to the surface, which is upward in this case. What is the C unit of pressure? Option A, Pascal, Pa. Option B, Newton, N. Option C, Joule, J. Correct answer is A. Explanation is Pascal, Pa, is the C unit of pressure, defined as 1 Newton per square meter. A car is moving with a constant speed. What can you say about the net force acting on it? Option A. The net force is 0. Option B. The net force is in the direction of motion. Option C. The net force is opposite to the direction of motion. Correct answer is A. Explanation is if the speed is constant, the net force must be 0, indicating a balance of forces. A person pushes a box with a force of 10 N. The box moves with a constant velocity. What is the frictional force acting on the box? Option A, 0 N. Option B, 5 N. Option C, 10 N. Correct answer is C. Explanation is the frictional force must be equal and opposite to the applied force to maintain constant velocity. What is the difference between mass and weight? Option A, mass is a measure of inertia, while weight is a force. Option B, mass is a force, while weight is a measure of inertia. Option C, mass and weight are the same. Correct answer is A. Explanation is mass is a measure of the amount of matter in an object, while weight is the force of gravity acting on that mass. Which of the following is an example of a non-contact force? Option A, muscular force. Option B, frictional force. Option C, magnetic force. Correct answer is C. Explanation is magnetic force acts between objects without physical contact. A ball is thrown vertically upward. What is the direction of the net force acting on the ball at its highest point? Option A, upward. Option B, downward. Option C, 0. Correct answer is B. Explanation is, at the highest point, the ball's velocity is momentarily 0, but gravity continues to pull it downward. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe and comment. Please wait for next chapter.